Alright, hey there YouTube. Today I'm going to be going over three things: shuffles, cuts, and pinky breaks. And the main idea is trying to keep your false cuts as similar to your real cuts, your pinky breaks as similar to your regular grip. That way it just looks more professional and it'll just fly under the audience's radar. Let's get started and you'll see what I mean. Alright, the first thing I want to talk about is cuts. The main thing is keeping your false cut as similar to your regular cut as possible. So if your regular cut is this, don't have your false cut be like this, because that adds in a tap. But you can also change your regular cut. So just make your regular cut like that, and your false cut like this, and it'll seem much more believable. And that way, people won't notice that you're doing anything different, and so they won't pay a lot of attention to it, and you won't get caught doing anything special or fake. So just try to keep things as similar as possible. Alright, another cut that I see a lot of people do is this one. I personally use this cut as well. And then I see them do their false cut with like a spin. And what that does is draw attention to your false cut when you want no one paying attention to it. You want them to think that it's just another cut. So maybe do it without the spin. That way it looks much more similar to that regular cut that you did. It'll just make sure nobody catches it and you can keep your tricks hidden. And I just find that's really helpful. Alright, the next thing is shuffling. And the main thing is trying to make sure everything is smooth and there's no mistakes. So don't be dropping cards or making cards mesh together. Make sure you master your basics before you try to do things with the basics. Let me go into an example of that. Alright, let's say you want to do a push-through shuffle, which involves a regular table shuffle as well. Make sure you know how to do a regular table shuffle before you try to do a push-through shuffle. Now, I'm not an expert on push-through shuffle because I honestly don't use it that much. But if you can't do this well enough that you're not dropping cards and you can't get it to mesh together, then you're not going to be able to do the push-through shuffle. So just make sure you learn the basics and can do everything perfectly before you try to perform harder things and you might make mistakes on the easier things. Alright guys, the last thing is your pinky break. The main thing is trying to make sure you don't have any big lines or gaps over here and it looks like your regular grip. Some things to help with that. When you have your pinky break, have your pinky as far down as possible, and that'll minimize the difference up here. Same thing with the grip. Make sure it's exactly the same finger positions as your regular grip. And last, push down with your thumb a little bit, and that'll make sure you hide any possible gaps. And that way, when you have a pinky break, it'll look as similar as possible to when you have no pinky break. Alright guys, in summary, try to keep your false stuff as similar to your regular stuff as possible. So if you're doing spins and flips, it can draw attention to your false cuts, and that's not what you want. You want it to blend with your original stuff, and that way it'll just fly under the radar, and people will believe it and believe the overall trick. Alright guys, I hope this video helps. Please comment below whether you like it or not, or whether you want different types of videos. Overall, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.